Hey, welcome back to the Third Day Podcast from an unplanned week off, but it was okay. I think we were all tired anyway. But we are excited to be back and just to talk to you guys a little bit tonight. As always, I'm with my two partners, Pastor Gordon and Pastor Chad. Pastor Gordon, why don't you kick us off? Tell everybody hi.
It's good to be here. Glad you're here listening to us tonight. We're looking forward to doing a great show here tonight, and glad that you're here.
We're glad you're here. We're glad to be here, and just thankful for everything that's going on.
Amen.
What's been going on, man? We got some stuff going on here, man.
Yeah.
Exciting
We're
news.
growing.
This is our. I'm excited about this. We're going on our 5th year in this new building, and everything's been awesome. But we're getting downstairs right now as we speak. The entire lobby's being repainted and touched up. And
Women and men's bathrooms getting painted.
Yeah, men's and women's bathrooms getting fixed up.
Freshening up the old building.
We are upgrading the entire kid check system. They're getting graphics on their wall. It's time to freshen up the house of the Lord. And
the Lord reigns. The Lord reigns.
And but I'm excited about that stuff. It's always nice, man. I'm not gonna lie. So when we walked in to shoot, I walked in and the painters were still here. They're burning the midnight oil. They're left now, but when I walked in, man, that fresh paint smells so good. I was like, oh, that smells good, man. Because I don't know. There's just something about it. It's like being in a new car.
So fresh and so clean.
Yeah. There ain't nothing like a new car smell.
No.
I think new car smells a gift from the Lord too. Ain't nothing like it. Get inside that car, just.
And the new car air fresheners does not smell like a new car.
No, man. No, nothing smells like a new car.
Nothing.
The first time, a couple days later, your car smells like
you.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. Your car smells like you. That's true.
I mean, it just does.
Man, that's perfect. That's the absolute truth. What you guys got going on? How was your day? How was your day, Pastor Gordon?
My day was good. I come over here at 8 o'clock this morning to let the painters in and sat here till 9 o'clock. They hadn't showed up. So I called Pastor Chad, said, I thought you said they was going to be here at 8 o'clock. So he must have made a phone call because they got here shortly after that.
Yeah, I didn't know that part.
They had an accident. Yeah. They spilt paint in the trailer, and they were trying to get it all cleaned up. He called and apologized.
Oh, man.
But they stayed later. So
they just left.
Yeah.
So
just now?
Yeah. Now in offense, I guess, to that.
Those were nice guys.
It feels really late because it's really dark.
Yeah.
And it's really not that late now that I think about it.
I don't like this. We just fell back on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I don't like this time of year with
this is the stupid. We talked about this on the other podcast.
It's brutal.
This is so stupid that we still do daylight savings.
I thought they were doing away with it.
It was like 5 years ago. They've been talking about it ever since, and they've never done it. Like, they just keep doing it.
But didn't they agree to stop it?
I woke up yesterday to get ready for church, and it was like 4 a.m. and the sun was up. I was like, why do we need this now? Leave it dark. Let us have this at the end of the day. It's like, why move? That hour's makes a big difference.
Yeah. It drains you. It makes you feel exhausted.
I got ready to come over here at 5:30, and I told your mother, I said, it's 5:30, and it looks like midnight.
Yeah. So when we came to church yesterday, it felt like it was noon to me. Yeah. Like when I got here, I'd been up for so long. And that's the other thing. Like, I don't sleep good anyway. So for me,
what time do you get up?
It messes me. I'm up by 4 usually.
Okay. Because I'll text you like at 6 and you'll respond.
Yeah, I'm always up by.
Sometimes I'll get up at 5:30.
Yeah. If I'm not up at 4, I'm exhausted.
But if I text you, he always responds like quick if it's early in the morning. I'm like, man, what time's he getting up?
That's my. I'm not gonna lie though. That's my favorite time of day, man.
I get up between 3 and 5.
I love early mornings.
What time do you go to bed?
3's early, huh?
What time do you go to bed?
I usually fall asleep between. Do you notice if you text me about after 8, I don't respond?
Because my kids keep me up till 11 and 12.
No, I don't stay up that late. Man.
I go to bed at 9.
I'm in bed. I'm asleep by 8 or 9.
I get probably 5 solid hours of sleep.
But here's my thing. I'll go to sleep at 8. I'll be up from midnight to 1 or 2. Then I'll go back to sleep, and then at 4 I'm up. So, I think last week I slept like 5 hours.
Yeah.
It wasn't very much, which probably isn't very good for me. And now I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. You can tell I don't have much of my voice.
It's going around, man. Both my kids have.
Yeah. Pastor Sarah has no voice now that I think about it. Did you see that? I just went to talk and nothing came out. I had to reset. I had to reload, man.
You need water.
I need
that'll dry you out.
Earl Grey.
Dude, that's just as good.
Yeah, or any kind of tea. I know. Too bad our hot water stuff ain't working down there. We tried, but started a new series yesterday, man. I always love the Thanksgiving series, man. I think, we need reminders about that, because I can just speak personally for myself. Like, if one little thing happens, it's easy to go off the rails and forget about everything good that's ever happened to you. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's like one little thing happens and that's all I see, and life's awful and you're cry. You know what I mean? Turn into a big crybaby. And then you step back a little bit and you're like, oh man, if that's the worst thing that happens to me,
I'm doing okay.
I'm going to be doing all right. Yeah.
That's when you realize you got a lot to be thankful for.
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
And I think our time has a lot to do with it, but I also think being American has a lot to do with it, where we're so spoiled. That
overly spoiled.
One thing I've been watching, I love watching YouTube videos. We've talked about this before. I've been watching people from other countries, and these aren't like third world countries. Like, this one family is from New Zealand, and it's a couple and their 2 kids, and they're real nice couple, and they react to things they see in the United States. And they're always like, I can't believe they complain. I can't believe that they're,
Well, I like watching those British guys
react
feeding the British kids food, American food. Have you seen that?
Well, today this New Zealand family came. They've been to America twice now because they tried Texas barbecue. And they were like,
watching those young British schoolboys go.
The dad had tears in his eyes. He was like, this changes everything.
All right. Dude, when they ate biscuits and gravy,
that was
like this.
Yeah.
I don't understand this, because they ate beans on toast.
Yeah, beans is part of their breakfast. Man.
Man. Woo, talking about that's a good colon cleansing right there in the morning. Beans.
I saw the one where they drank sweet tea for the first time.
Yeah, oh yeah. They like hot tea, but they said, "Wow."
So I watched one today where they were looking at an American house that was for sale. They were like, "Let's see what it is." It was a $200,000 nice home. Big nice home, $200,000. That buys you a nice home. It was in Texas somewhere, and they couldn't believe it. They were like, that home in New Zealand, you would have to have. It would probably be $2 million. They're like, nobody in New Zealand has a house like that. They're like, we got little bitty houses that are, whatever. But they were just like, but usually one thing they always say is, I can't believe that Americans complain about.
We're spoiled.
They're like, they've got everything. It showed them another video. It's like they went to a Walmart for the first time, a super Walmart. And they were like, dude, they were gobsmacked. They were like,
how do we have
we
this?
don't even know how the wife was like, I wouldn't even know how to shop here.
Yeah.
There's so many choices that.
Well, and that's how, like, Karen, if we go to super Walmart, she doesn't like it because we get so sidetracked on everything. I just want my groceries. But then you see this, you see that, and you think of other things you need.
They say that's why people save so much money by doing the pickup, because you go in and you just order what you want.
Like when we go to when I do Sam's, it's pickup.
See, man, we go in,
because if I go into Sam's, I'm spending way.
One of my favorite part about grocery shopping is going in there and buying stuff I didn't plan on. I'm buying, the stuff you shouldn't buy.
Well, Karen sent me. I went and did our grocery shopping at Schnucks today. Man, we haven't been to the grocery store in 2 weeks. We ate out last week, this week, and I'm like, man, that's impossible. A long time. Oh yeah, it got bare bones, and I make the kids lunches every day. I'm like, I gotta go today. I gotta get lunch supplies, fruit, snacks, all this stuff, and I spent $270. And she goes, you bought more than you needed to. And
that's
I go,
easy. Oh my, that's nothing.
I
don't buy you anything.
Karen, I said, everything I bought, we need and we will use. Plus, we use a lot of coffee creamer and whipped cream, man. Those are $4 a can for a can of whipped cream.
Because you're buying Ready Whip brand or something.
Yeah, Ready Whip. Well, no. I get the generic. It's
Great
like
value.
$3.59.
Yeah. Well,
but
if you're going to Schnucks, you're going to spend 30% more than you would at Walmart or anywhere else.
Easily.
But
no question.
Because I'll go to Rulers and get the whipped cream, but it's still like $3.50 at Rulers.
Yeah, but the rest of your stuff, cream. Like there will be some things that are comparable, but
Rulers is the best value.
Yeah, Schnucks has such a high markup, man. I don't know why that, but dude, I love going to Schnucks because everything's so fresh. And
their
clean.
deli meat is by far the best deli meat in town.
And their seafood.
It's boarhead.
You know what? When my kids want like quick sushi, like Malia wants quick sushi, I prefer going there. Like I trust their sushi.
They have
more.
good sushi.
Yeah.
And dude, they come out with these things. Oh my gosh, lemonade apples.
Lemonade apples.
I saw them today and bought them. lemonade apples.
that
Like a
sounds like
real apple you eat? Like
A real apple.
that's a hybrid, I bet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's called a lemonade.
That's like
apple.
those, man. The best honey, them ones.
My
what do they
mouth-
call them?
Look, my mouth like
Honey
a
Crisp.
Yeah, like
Dude,
a Honey
those-
Crisp. But it's called a lemonade apple, and they're yellow. And man, I meant to bring one to try. I haven't had it yet, and I'm like, my mouth just watered.
Have you had
thinking
those?
about it.
Have you had those grapes? The
Cotton
candy
grape.
grapes. Yeah, they're good.
Oh yeah.
My favorite thing is Schnucks is their garlic bologna.
Garlic
Fields
bologna.
Garlic.
Why am I not surprised?
Love it.
Well, let me
man.
be
I love
honest with you though. I'll be
Yeah, that
I'll be
sounds
down
good.
for that too because I'm a bologna man. I'm a bologna man,
I like bologna. Fried
Love
bologna
my
with
bologna.
egg and cheese.
dude. I love just not fried bologna, just bologna, cheese, Lay's
chips.
potato chips, and Miracle Whip. Man, smash it
Oh,
all.
No,
together.
no. See, it's the
you had me until you got to Miracle
bologna,
Whip.
cheese, and Lay's
Oh,
or
you
Ruffles.
got to have Miracle Whip.
No.
You
no-
just like
no
it like
dressing.
Chad does. You just like it dry.
Yeah, I like it dry.
I like lettuce and tomato.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
But
Yeah.
but to me, when I crush the Lay's and take a bite, it's like it sounds like lettuce, but it's potato chips.
See, I don't understand that because I think one of the best flavor combinations in the world is tomato, lettuce, and mayo.
Oh yeah, but not on a bologna and cheese.
Producer Rick's like, no mayo. He's
I'll-
like Jimmy. He's like, no mayo.
I'll take my bologna sandwich and smash up potato chips.
Yeah, that's what
That's
we
what
do.
we're talking about.
That make you want to
and
slap
you
your
got
daddy.
when we were kids, he got me hooked on a cold cut combo sandwich at Subway with pickle, lettuce, tomato, green peppers, and then I add jalapenos and banana peppers. But I go extra mayo with salt and pepper, and it is fire.
Now listen,
Fire.
this seems literally. I bet people are literally like, "What a useless conversation." But
yeah.
but,
Hey, we
but
we're
hold
talking
on a
about
minute.
we got to talk about
Hold
Jesus.
on, no. Wait a minute. It all
Food
goes,
is my love language,
It all
and I
goes
love to
back
eat.
to like, look how blessed we are.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
spoiled.
We in 20 seconds we just listed off 50 different options that we could eat that's just a sandwich. That's all it is. Just give me a ham sandwich.
You went
right?
from talking about people can't believe how much we have,
I know.
and we're just
and we're
random-
talking about
Just talking how.
bologna
we
and
need this.
cheese.
This is my daily meal.
Yeah. So
My daily. I eat a sandwich every day.
yeah, you eat a ham sandwich every day, don't
Every
you?
day.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Do you really?
I eat sandwich every day.
Every day.
You know what we
Just
bought?
ham and cheese?
We bought at the
And lettuce.
yeah, he eats a ham. Producer Rick's one of them dudes that will. He's a routine guy. He'll eat the same thing every day.
And so it's ham and cheese, lettuce, and that's it.
That's it. And then
Tomato.
some Lay's. If I can get good tomatoes,
You,
yeah.
you
for
put
sure.
Lay's on it though, on top of it.
No, I eat them like.
Oh no, we're talking. We put them on the sandwich on the
Yeah,
bologna and cheese.
I've
He
done
knows.
that.
He
I've done
gets
that
it.
before,
Yeah.
but I put lettuce on there.
But that
Fire.
but that's what I'm saying.
Fire.
We've got so
Fire.
much stuff that we don't even think about that.
Oh yeah.
Where there are people who would be like, I would do anything for the crust off the bread you're eating. You know what I mean? Because they don't have it.
Even though our food's all processed and bad,
We
it
should
tastes
be,
good.
so we should be thankful. It is, man. Our food
Our
is
food's
bad.
poison.
But,
Hey,
But it
Ricky,
tastes so good.
I take cottage cheese and smash my potato chips up in it.
yeah, I do that.
Oh, that's good stuff.
But
I
my
take-
favorite thing with cottage cheese is I cut tomatoes up in it.
yes.
no, because of
Your mom
him,
too.
I take cottage cheese, and then I just soak it in pepper.
Yeah, I do that
Soak
too.
it like it's
and
black,
salt, and salt.
black,
I
black.
I put salt and pepper on it.
I just do a dash of salt, but I want to taste that pepper, that bite in that cottage cheese.
I don't eat rotten milk either, but my kids do, and they put peaches in it or tomatoes.
Yes, very good.
I was
Peaches are good
I
in
was
it.
watching Elvis Meets Nixon, and it's a movie based on when Elvis met Nixon and got his federale badge. He got his badge to be a narcotics officer, and Nixon would eat cottage cheese with ketchup on it.
That sounds disgusting.
Absolutely,
But
disgusting.
one of my favorite things that I used to get that we can't get no more around here, of course, was when we had a Steak and Shake. I love getting their cottage cheese would come out on a thing of a big leaf of lettuce and a pineapple,
Yeah.
and it was good.
It was good.
I
Dude,
liked
their
it.
That's
chili.
the other
I
one
love
they
their
do
chili.
too. Pineapple. That's the other one they do. Pineapple.
I
Yeah,
miss
I
Steak
like
and Shake.
pineapple on
I
cottage.
I miss Steak and Shake
Steak
too.
and Shake. That was
You
so
know
good.
what's funny is me and Sam were driving the other day, and he was like, "Man, Dad, I can't believe that nobody's done nothing. That building just
Texas Roadhouse bought it.
Did they? What are they gonna do
Yeah,
with it?
they're- Well, Texas
gonna move?
Roadhouse. Yeah, they're supposed to put that there because the parking's so much bigger because they're so limited on their parking.
The parking's awful, but I don't see much bigger parking there. That parking
That,
lot. They bought
Brian-
that other property too.
probably they're
Okay.
going to make. Yeah, that's going to eventually be a Texas Roadhouse.
You talking about the Paradise Cheese?
No,
Burger?
Paradise Cheeseburger.
What was it called?
Yeah, we're talking about Steak
Oh,
and Shake.
Steak and Shake. Oh, cheeseburger.
You are talking about Cheeseburger
He's talking
Paradise.
about Cheeseburger in Paradise.
I did hear someone's
Cheeseburger
looking at that
Paradise.
building finally.
Man, that building to the left. Do you remember that when that was a really nice Italian restaurant?
Well,
Are you talking about Sweetwater?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
that-
still a nice venue that you can do stuff at.
I'm in there. That's where we do our monthly meeting at Sweetwater.
Yeah.
But that's like you just can't go in there and eat like a restaurant.
No, it's
It's
an
not a restaurant.
it's a
Yeah.
venue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like an event center.
Like,
now.
yeah, like you
Like
can have your
you
weddings.
have
and
weddings and stuff like that. in there.
meetings
Yeah,
and
yeah.
things.
There's
like
like a
that.
big catering thing in the back.
Yep. You know what I don't understand is why I still don't get why I love Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
I used to love their teriyaki broccoli. Remember that? That was so good. And
They were
everything
good.
everything
They
was
were
good.
good, yeah.
And like they had people always out there playing cornhole, and I don't know why that one
Our
closed.
bike night was
They
fun.
didn't
man.
last long, did they?
They were there maybe 5 years, 6 years, maybe a little more. I don't know. They were there for a while, and now that building is just set over there and went to crap.
forever.
It's crazy.
It's just set forever.
Yeah, but back to it. We like I said, it was so easy for us just to name off so many options that we have that we didn't even think of, and we're and that food that we're talking about, we consider that's like on the cheap food, right?
Oh,
That-
I
fast
got
food.
to tell you something funny, and then we'll get back on church. I ran into I cannot think of their name right now, but remember the family that came and visited when you talked about your Wendy's Frosty, and he was a Wendy's
Yeah.
franchisee, and I ran into him Saturday night at Bonefish. They were with their family, and I walked up to him and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I go, "You called Wendy, didn't you?" Because he said he has Wendy on his phone
Yeah.
and he goes, "What do you mean?" And then his daughter goes, "Oh, Dad, I forgot to tell you. Wendy's in Newburgh permanently shut down." And he goes, "Oh, I didn't know that." But Wendy's in Newburgh permanently shut down.
Well, that wasn't even the Wendy's that did me wrong on the Frosty though.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, it was Burkhart, man. Which surprised me. They're
that
usually-
one's gone now.
no,
isn't it?
No.
Do you
I
know
thought
what?
they turned
You know
that
what
to
Wendy's on Lincoln did to me?
There's no tell.
Twice.
What?
Food poisoning.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, that one's nasty. No, I don't.
That's
That's
why.
the original.
That's
That
why
was
I
it.
don't eat mayonnaise anymore.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, mayonnaise will make you sick.
Yeah. If it's bad, man, you don't want no
Both
bad.
times.
You don't want no bad mayo. You end up at the
So
Mayo
never-
Clinic.
Yeah, exactly. Never again.
So
Yeah, no way.
okay, let's go back because Sunday was really good, but let's go back the next Sunday just because the baptisms,
The previous Sunday,
the previous Sunday. We had so many
23,
we had no idea we were going to have that. We had a few people say they wanted to get baptized.
because we had just had a baptism.
We had just had a
and
baptism
did
like a month
56
prior.
or something, some
Yeah.
crazy number.
And how many we baptized?
I think it was
23.
Yeah, this Sunday last Sunday was
Yeah.
23.
And I didn't hardly recognize any of them. People were coming up, and I'm like, "Who is this person?" Like, it's amazing
That's
the new
awesome.
people coming into church. Like, we got so many new people. I had a guy, so I did a wedding Saturday, and the DJ. I said, "Man, how do I know you?" He goes, "Man, I've been coming to your church." I said, "What?" I said, "How long?" He said, "About 3 weeks." He goes, "I love it." And then his buddy who DJs with him said, "Man, I'm going to come check it out." But yeah, man, just all these people it's great. God's sending them in.
I love the baptism, but I think my favorite baptism that day was when they helped the lady out of the wheelchair.
Oh, yeah,
and
that-
set her into the tub.
Yeah, and then she got out. She got out on her own.
Oh,
She
did not-
walked.
I
She
didn't see
stepped
that.
out. Yeah, because she could barely walk. Yeah, it was amazing, man.
I mean, she needed help. We
She needed help. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's always good, and it's always so. I'm always surprised by how many people come to do it, especially when we had just did it. Which I don't care. We can do them every week, as far as I'm concerned. But it's just you would think, okay, well, everybody that wanted to do it for a while has did it. But then, man, apparently
New
not.
people,
Apparently,
yeah.
apparently,
Like, did
that's
you-
not the truth.
Like, I didn't recognize hardly any of those people, dude. Like,
No,
that,
well,
that was
that's
a whole new
okay, though.
group. No, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's
the
amazing.
sermons you guys have been preaching, it's convicting sometimes. And these people saying, wow, what is baptizing? I've heard so much about baptizing. I need to get baptized. And it seems like they just, boom.
No, most people, especially young believers, and even a lot of older believers that do not understand the concept or what
Right.
baptism is, man.
Yeah.
They literally think that it's some kind of washing thing. Like,
Yes.
oh, I'm coming up. That I had my sins washed away today. No, you didn't.
No.
You had your sins washed away when you accepted Jesus.
Yeah.
Baptism is an expression that you make. It's no more than a ceremony that you're doing to it's like I said, it's a public outward expression of an inward decision that you made so that everybody knows. And it literally, it means, if anybody ever wonders what baptism is, through your profession of faith in Jesus, is you are being immersed in the water, which represents you being buried like Christ, and then you're brought back out, which represents being resurrected.
Yeah.
So that's what baptism is. And the reason we always say it's like the wedding ring is because that's the function that it serves. It's one thing to say, it's one thing to claim things to some friends and to say, you know what, I think I'm doing this. It's a whole nother thing to get out there in an uncomfortable situation where you're in front of people you don't know. You're in a public situation and you're baptized. You're taking a stand when you do that.
Oh, yeah.
You're vulnerable.
And really what it is, I guess, is it's a covenant that you're making with God. You're saying, okay, I'm dying to the old man and I'm accepting new life in Christ.
Yeah.
That's what baptism is. And it's so often it's I don't think that most pastors explain it wrong. I think they don't explain it at all.
It's just the assumption. They assume
That people
everybody
know.
knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it's always,
And it's a tradition.
yeah, that's why I think it's always important before we even start that, the process of baptizing people is that
To
we make sure
explain
that
it.
people know what it is. And to know that I love little kids getting baptized, but I also want parents to know that that's for them and that one of these days that child will need to take the step on their own.
Yes.
So I love when you get your child baptized. To me, that is you saying, hey, we are going to raise them up to know Jesus, and in the hopes that one day they will make this decision on their own and do it when they're dying to the old man and coming in.
I had
into
2
new
children
life.
do that.
Yeah,
I missed it because I was at work.
Yeah,
Sad
well.
day for me. But I had 2 children do it that day.
Yeah.
Or-
The other day, yeah, you did. Yeah,
Nicholas did it on. Last time he was
I
baptized.
knew you were gone. I was like, "Where's
Jamie.
Oh, you
So
got
work.
stuck working on that project.
Yeah.
Well, you poor guy.
Yep.
So it was
and Jamie.
Nicholas and his girlfriend, right?
Yeah,
That's his fiance now.
Yeah.
They got
yeah.
engaged.
They got
I-
engaged.
I knew that.
She's
Yep.
so sweet.
She is.
Jamie's a good girl, man. I like Jamie.
But he got baptized.
He shaved his head the last time he got baptized at the church.
He was
Over there.
He was a child.
Yeah, and it's when he had his short hair.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Buzz
Because he
said-
and I took a picture together. I was like, oh, yeah, do you remember? He and I took a picture together, and he had the buzz cut. He come in one day just completely buzzed. I said, oh, my bald-headed brother.
It was in the tub outside.
yeah. I remember that. I remember it.
Yep.
I remember doing it out there in that. At that time we were doing it in a big water tank.
Yeah, plastic. Yeah.
He was in Miss Lindsay's class at that time.
Yeah.
In our old building, I was afraid it was going to fall through that stage eventually because it was a big
did it
tank,
that way,
man.
dude. It was
yeah,
huge.
yeah.
We had a lot
Thousands of
water
pounds.
in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
thousands of gallons.
You know, we're blessed that it didn't collapse.
It took like 2 days. I knew how that stage. Them guys all built that stage, and there's so many beams or whatever.
support beams.
Yeah, I didn't think it would, but you just never know.
Yeah.
I would be more worried about the floor that the stage is built on underneath it.
I watched the guy
Come on
do
now.
in a video, and he was on his balcony, and he was putting stacking roofing
Shingles.
and all of a sudden he threw that one up on there, and the whole thing just went and he was high, just collapsed with him. I'm like, oh my! His outdoor camera, videoed the whole thing, and he slammed it down on top of the other on the pile, the stack, and it just went boom. Just collapsed. I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
He ride it down.
I don't know. It didn't show him after. It just looked bad. It looked bad.
Have you ever seen anyone throw roofing up from the ground
Yeah.
on top of the?
Oh yeah,
Brian did.
You seen people do that?
yeah. You fell, didn't you?
No, he didn't fall.
He's talking about they would be up there roofing, and it sucked carrying them up the ladder. So when I was young, I would stand down at the bottom, and I would take those packs of shingles that guy was stacking,
and throw them
I would
up.
throw them up over my head like that, and they would land at their feet, and they'd roof with
No,
them.
I'd have a
Oh, it
hernia.
hit the top of that roof right in. I'd say that anytime this next one's going through the roof, but it never did.
It's pretty amazing that you were able to throw it up that high.
When I was young, man, I
Oh,
could.
he
That's
was
like an
right.
80-pound bag, I
strong.
think.
I didn't need no help when I was young doing stuff. Like, man, I remember I used to Like we moved into a house with a basement. I remember like bear hugging the washer and dryer and just packing it down the steps by
I remember
myself.
that time.
I was always able to do that kind of stuff. I can't now.
I remember you and I moving Aunt Terry and Ira into their apartment that one time. We were in our 20s, and man, we were just hustling up the stairs, putting them in that apartment. They were like on the second floor, man, and we were just, and Aunt Terry's like, "Oh, you boys," and we just knocked it out quick with no pain the next day.
I seen Brian lit the refrigerator.
Yeah, but
No,
can't no more.
Ain't no more, can you?
I probably could, but it would be the end. It would be
was
the
one
end
of
of
those
days.
Right.
It was one of those mini refrigerators.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna say
right.
one about like that. Yeah, one about like that. No, I used to do that. I used to hate. So I hated calling people to help me move. I was like, I can do it. I'll just do it. And we would get everything ready and boxed, and then when it came for that big stuff, man, I'd pull my vehicles as close as I could to it, and if I had to put it down a couple times, I'd put it down, but I'd carry it in and out myself, man. I would just grab it and do it. But like I said, you get old, and
That's why we feel the way we do now.
now I make if we buy like we go through so many cases of water a week because of the boys, I don't even carry those in the house. I'm like, y'all, there's water in the truck. I'm not carrying that. That's heavy.
You got big
80
boys.
You get a
We've got
40 counts,
grown-
80 pounds.
That hurts me, huh?
A 40
Sam could
counts,
probably
80
lift-
pounds.
Yeah, that's too heavy for me.
Yeah.
I've lifted my share of 80-pound weights. I'm done. But Sam's like that now. He can grab
he's
stuff and just
strong.
pick it up. Yeah. It's just part of being big. Being big makes you strong. People say it don't have never been big. That's what people say. Oh, big don't matter. Oh, it makes you strong. It does. Even people
Well, you
that
have
aren't.
so much weight behind it.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
the inertia.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, if you watch man, I love this guy named Eddie Hall. He's he's one of the world's strongest men. He was the world's strongest man for, he won that competition, but they would talk, the only way he wasn't as big as the other guys. And what he had to do was get how strong he wanted to get. And then he just had to gain weight, dude. He would eat so much. He was like, literally, you just have to get fat as them. He's like, the weight pushes weight. Weight moves weight. That's what he would say. The more you weigh, the more weight you can move. That's the way it was. But I am thankful. That's what we're supposed to be talking about, being thankful.
Thanksgiving season.
I'm thankful I was able to do that when I was younger, and I am thankful that I do not have to do it anymore.
Yeah, amen.
There's a lot of things I'm thankful for. I was thinking about the other day, Dad, about how, man, I remember back in the day, dude, on Sunday mornings, me and Dad would get here at like 6, and we would print all the bulletins. We would fold all the bulletins. We would get. I would go around, have to get everybody's music. We literally did everything.
Yeah.
By hand.
And now, we got these amazing teams. Like, man, I come to church and do my job, on Sunday mornings during service. I pretty much, I'll help with things. I'm running around like crazy because I'm a freak and I want to make sure everything's going good. But for the most part, everybody comes in and man, it's fantastic. We don't have to. You still get early, but that's just because you're a weirdo. Like you get here. Dude, the other morning, it was this past Sunday, and I knew because we got an extra hour of sleep. Dude, he walked in the building. Did you?
At 7
At 7 o'clock on the dot. And another person walked in with him. I'm like, church will start for 2 hours.
2 more hours.
Why are you here
Today,
2 hours early?
Today, or was it yesterday? He was just today. He got here and the guys were working outside and working inside.
No, there wasn't nobody working when I got here.
No, later. And he's just sitting in that garage with the garage door right in the middle, just sitting there. Just
I was in my man cave.
Yeah, just sitting there. Just,
But you ain't got nothing in there.
Me and Tony was in there. You didn't see Tony?
I didn't see Tony
Yeah, he
then.
was in there.
I mean, I know Tony was here when we were in the building earlier that day.
Yeah.
Earlier today. But I don't know. I just can't see, like, if I told Laura, hey, we got to be at church at 7 for service at 9, she would get my gun and shoot me in the face.
Martha wanted to.
Well, Mom don't do that.
Yeah, no, she thinks you're
She drives
crazy.
separately.
Yeah. There's no way I'd get here. It's funny because I got to come, preach, do all the stuff. Dude, we leave our house every Sunday at 8 o'clock. That's when we leave.
I try
We
to
get here
about
about 8:15. We leave here, and we get here about 8:15.
Yeah.
And that gives me 45 minutes before service. I can't imagine what you're doing for 2 hours. Are you building?
Sitting and drinking coffee?
I know, yeah.
He's just drinking coffee. Old man coffee.
I make coffee. I checked the bathrooms, make sure they was all flushed good. If somebody
So you come 2 hours to make a pot of
Get a
coffee
clean
that takes
flush.
2 minutes to brew.
and I make sure
flush.
Lindsay's room's all taken care of.
Oh, I'm sure she's got you doing that. I bet she loves that.
I make sure her windows are all down. Make sure she didn't have nobody sneak in the window over at night and scare her. I check everything. That's just the way I am.
So what are you going to do if you find somebody in them one of them rooms?
He's a dead sucker.
Huh. That's funny. I don't know. I'm thankful.
And what I will kill him with is the scream of being so scared.
I was going to say, you better. It's like, are you walking back there with your gun drawn, all ready to roll, or what, man? I always just think it's funny, man, because I get notifications when the door opens, and I always think it's funny when I get. But they do the same thing so tomorrow, dude. They got men's Bible study at 6.
Yes.
At 4:30, he
He'll
will walk
be there.
in the
Oh,
door
yeah, 100%.
and start brewing coffee like everybody's about to show up. It's like, what are you doing so early? You got stuff to do, ain't you? Does mom just tell you need to leave the house? She's tired.
Dude, think about it. That's his great escape.
I know.
That's his escape, man.
It is.
That's his.
what he likes to do. I don't care if you come here and sleep. I just think it's funny that you get here so early.
I've been that way all my life on everything.
Well, I understand
When
15 minutes early.
carpenter, I wouldn't have to be work till like 6. I'd get there at 5:30.
Well, yeah, but that's a half
only
an hour.
Not 2.5 hours.
This is my home.
So, Dad, Dad, let me ask you this: what are you thankful for in this Thanksgiving season?
Everything. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my children.
Speaking the mic.
I'm thankful for my children, although I had to pray a lot about them. I still.
Who's your children?
You and him. I'm thankful for my grandchildren. I'm thankful for this church and all the people here at the church. I got a lot of sons and daughters. They claim me as Pop or Poppy or whatever. They claim me as Grandpa or whatever. And I'm just so thankful that God has kept me around this long that I can share my life with other people. Everybody comes in the door wants to hug me.
That's because they feel sorry for you because they know you've been here for so long. Poor guy's been here for 5
Bless his
hours.
heart.
The old man's tired. He needs
They must lock him up in here. Let him out.
Look, Martha don't even let him come home no more and just sleeps in the church.
He just
Yeah,
he lays on the.
I started to, and you
in the
put
chair.
that couch over here, and then Trevor started sleeping on it, and I thought, well,
if Lord kicks
I'll
me
go
out,
back home.
that's where I'm going right there. That's my. If I get put in the doghouse, that's where I have to
That's where you're
sleep right
sleeping?
there, man. You know what I was here? I'm thankful I'm thankful for literally everything, man. For having a home, for having heat, power, air, water, all that stuff. I'm thankful that the Lord led me to a new discovery today, and this is very little. But here's what I discovered. This is awesome. So,
The Lord led you to this new discovery.
yes,
Okay.
I believe that.
Okay.
Because last year, remember what happened when the ice storm hit and my power went out, and I was the last one in Evansville to get power back. And we had that little generator, but man, that little generator you let me borrow would run like 2 things, and then it'd pop because it's like, I don't know, maybe what was it, 750 watts or something?
Yeah, something like that.
It's not very much. And so
It runs like a fridge.
this dude today was like, I don't understand why people buy these expensive generators. And I was like, well, what are you talking about? Because you want power when everything goes out. He's like, you got a generator in your driveway called a car. He's like, what are y'all? And then he showed, man, he lit his whole house up with a 5,000 watt inverter, $300. You know what I mean? An inverter.
In a camper.
Yeah, put that sucker in your car, and then he had an $80 thing you put on your furnace. It's a generator flip. You know what I mean? You can run your entire house off your car, and all you gotta do is charge your car every few hours, let your alternator charge the battery up, and you don't have to spend. We looked at generators that would be big enough because that sucked so bad for us that time.
Oh, it was horrible.
We looked for
we didn't have
generators
power
that would be
time for 4 days.
We looked for a generator that would be big enough to actually not be sitting there in front of a space heater freezing to death and
Yeah.
everything popping and having to figure it out. And man, up to buy a good one was $3,000 to $5,000, like
all
a
day
big
long.
generator.
Yeah.
Dude, you can do this for $700, and your car and
How much?
running your car will not cost you near as much as running gas in a generator or propane.
So let me ask you this: you said you got to go out there every couple of hours, correct?
Well, just however often you want. You just want to make sure your battery in your car don't. You're running all that off your battery.
How long will a full battery charge last your home? Like, how often do you have to replenish it?
I think if you started your car 2 hours and let it run for half an hour, 15 minutes, you'd be fine, probably. But to be honest,
I'm just curious how long.
But to be
it
honest,
lasts.
I would probably just start my car and let it idle. I mean, 90% of the time you're in your car, it's like people. I've seen a guy talking about, this is so not about church. I've seen a guy talking about that, and he said people will tell you that it's not good for your car to sit and idle. He said they're lying. That is not true. He said your car's designed to idle 90% of its runtime because that's what you're doing 90% of the time in your car. You're idling.
Yeah.
He said if you're in a situation where you need that car, he's like, that will not hurt your car one bit to let it run and power your house. But it saves you from having to buy a generator. And not only that, generators are loud. Your car's not loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just an inverter.
That could save on your electric bill.
Send me the info on that,
Figure
Brian.
some way to hook it up
Yeah,
to your house.
it's just an inverter. I got an inverter now, but I got like a 300-watt inverter in my truck that I use if I need to use it for stuff. It's the same thing, except you have to get a bigger one. I think they said to run your whole house, you need to get like between a 5,000 and 7,000 watt inverter, which will cost you under $500, and then $88 for that switch where you can convert, tell your friend. Well, and the thing is if you have that switch on, there's no way it can backfeed. So you don't have to worry about it backfeeding on the guys. You know what I mean? If you switch it to generator, it goes to generator and it will not backfeed. Because they say a lot of linemen get killed because people have generators plugged in their whole home and they don't know it. And when the power comes on, it backfeeds and it electrocutes them, I guess. So I'm thankful that hasn't happened. But anyway, back to it. Yeah, we need to get back to it. But I'm honestly thankful that I am thankful for when that kind of stuff happens.
Let's just pray we don't have that.
That was an awful. Yeah, that was all, dude. That was awful, man.
Oh, it was horrible. I think we spent the night at Rita's because it was 4 or 5 days for us.
But see, look at us complaining.
Oh, I was
4
thankful.
days.
Yeah,
it's. But even here in America, man, they used to never. They didn't have power.
No, I know.
Think about the old Ingalls crew, you know what I mean? From Little House on the Prairie. They didn't have power. They had lanterns and animal skins.
Charles made something.
Fire. They had fire is what they
Charles
had.
made a generator out of logs and oats and corn.
But, that was a good thing. But you know what? We talk about that. But that's what that was the whole point, what Paul was saying, man, in that scripture. It really fits what we're talking about. He was like, I've learned. I had to learn it. That's the first thing that I noticed about that. Paul didn't just have it. Paul had to learn it, which means he had to go through it.
Yeah.
He said, I've learned to be okay with plenty or with not enough. In other words, he said, I've learned to where, to the point that my, the condition of my heart's not based on the condition of my surroundings or whatever's happening, and that's what I meant when I at the very first part of the podcast when I first started talking about this subject is that it's so easy for us to throw thankfulness out the window at the first little sign of something that don't go our way, or we don't get what we want, or we don't get our whatever, and like literally it'll ruin your how many times you just be like, I'm just having a bad day, and the reason you're having a bad day is because one thing didn't go like you wanted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We're spoiled,
super spoiled, man.
Yeah.
But when I bring that up about Paul having to learn it, because we talk about that, then we go on to tell the story and we talk about all the stuff that Paul's been through. I got a good feeling Paul wasn't always like that when he was going through that stuff. It was going through that stuff that enabled Paul to learn, hey, I've learned that I look back and I've been through some bad stuff, but today, right now, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I've looked back and I had some good stuff. Doesn't affect, but right now I'm okay.
Well, if we can live in the now, we'll be okay. It's that one day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking from you. But our minds go 100 miles an hour.
Well, staying thankful is really, it's not easy, man. Because and I think it's like you said, it's because we're so spoiled. So how do we combat that in our life?
Look at the good and not the bad.
I know, but how do we? But the thing about it is, like you said, we're spoiled.
Right.
So a lot of times,
I
talk to a lot of people that will say they are.
You have to reprogram your mind. It is. You have to you have to be conscious. You have to be consciously aware of it.
No, yeah.
I mean, literally.
Well, of course. But
and
like
pray, ask God to help you.
And
say, Lord, let me see the good in my life.
You got to come to you got to come to the point in your life where you're able to identify when you're doing it. I think that's the hard part.
Awareness.
Because because we're so spoiled, like you just said, that it's like nature to us now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we complain and murmur and stuff. And we are definitely more like Israelites than we are like Paul,
because we're so blessed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so it's even worse that we do. You know, when we look at what God's done for us, you know, or whatever, because like you said, we're so blessed. And then when we complain because one little thing goes wrong, it's literally like looking. You ever heard the old saying, "Don't look a gift horse in the mouth"? How many times do we do that to God? We look a gift horse in the mouth.
You know, I told a guy today, I said, God's not a genie in a bottle, and you rub the bottle on every time you want something. You know, because this guy, he's a young man. He's going through some things. I've known him since he's a little boy, and he's got a good job working at Toyota, making good money, but he wants to have a girlfriend, but his hours prohibit him from being able to get out and socialize the way he wants to. Can't come to church the way he wants to because he gets off at 9 a.m. So his hours are prohibiting him from having social experiences, meeting people, being in the, you know, and he's a good-looking kid, man. Well, a kid, he's like 24, 25 now, but he's a good-looking guy, and he, you know, he works out, he's got a good job, got an apartment. I'm like, dude, you have a lot that guys would love to have. I said, you got to look at the good in your life. And he's like, well, why would God want me to be alone? I said, God doesn't want you to be alone, and you're not alone. He's with you right now. But the thing is, he's like, well, you know, why does it feel like I'm always, you know, asking and God's never answering my prayer? And I'm like, it's because you're not giving him time to answer. You know, you got to give God time to. It's not when we want it; it's when He wants it for us. And when He want, you know, God's got a plan for everything, and in our lives, we just have to trust the Master, the one that holds our future in His hands. If we can truly do that and trust Him to, He's going to give us what we need, and He's going to bless us with abundance. You know, the Bible says He's the rewarder of those that diligently seek Him. So, the more we're seeking Him, and the more we're inviting Him in, and the more we're surrendering to Him and making an effort for Him, you're going to see a change in your life because the Bible says so. Yeah. And, you know. Yeah,
the problem is, here's what it is people today, us, you know, you could give us 100 things, and 99 of them be good and one be bad.
And we look at the
And
bad.
we will focus on that one thing.
Sure will.
Yeah.
Focus on that one bad thing while we just got 99 great things.
Yeah.
We'll just put them off.
Why do we do
Look
that?
at this bad thing, you know.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah. It's well, okay, here's what it is, man. We're so you hit on
Back
that,
to the
you hit it on the head. We're spoiled, but while we were spoiled, it became we became entitled, right? Through getting spoiled, we become, you know, impatient. Through getting spoiled, we became indignant and rebellious, and we're literally like little kids. Like, we'll get on our children if they throw a fit because they don't get a toy in line or something like that. We'll be like, "Well, a kid better not act like that."
We'll do that with God.
We'll act the same way about it,
And we get a little bit selfish.
yeah,
A lot selfish.
Yeah, that's what I was actually going to say. Is that's what spoiled does. Spoiling you makes you selfish.
Yeah.
When we allow ourselves, and we have, because I'm not talking about anybody individually. I'm talking about society.
Yeah.
You know, us as people in America, we are spoiled. Everybody is. When you look at the way other people, and there are, I'm not making light of people having problems and people in poverty, and there are that. But even still, if you look at the conditions in other countries and stuff, we've got so much to be thankful for over in this country.
100%.
And yet, like I said, we'll nitpick the one thing and not even concentrate or worry about the 100 things that are good, the 100 blessings that we got, or the 99.
What is Satan's primary function? To kill, steal, and destroy, right? Every aspect of our life until we're 6 feet under. And if he can't destroy us, he'll distract us. Mm-hmm. And we are easily distracted.
Kind of look at it like this, too. We're sinners, and we'll never not be sinners. And all the great sins, gluttony and lust and all that, that's what drives your daily life.
Yeah, that's why they're the 7 deadly sins. Yep. I mean, they are. And that's why God called them
That's
out
what
to
you
us.
have to be aware every day.
It's
Wake up and thank God and surrender.
The 7 deadly sins are those are the lustful, or not lust. I don't want to say lustful because lust is one of them, so I don't want to say that. That's our fleshly. The 7 deadly sins are flesh. Is us wanting to live in the flesh, is what it is. Yeah, fleshly desires. And yeah, I think it all comes down to that, because everything that we don't want, everything that we want that we don't get, that we get so upset about, is all fleshly desires. Whether it's more money, an abundance of money is a fleshly desire. It's I think it's great for people that are successful, and I think it's great that they are blessed, and I think it all. But that's a blessing that that God gave you. But if that becomes, that's why He said that money is the root of all evil, or the love of money is the root of all evil. I want to make sure that it's the love of money. But that's what happens is when you start getting spoiled, you start to love we start loving the gift more than the giver. That's the problem. We expect the gift, but we don't expect to honor the giver.
And a lot of times, I believe God doesn't answer our selfish prayers is because He's trying to protect us from ourselves
all the time.
I mean, like,
God never says no because He doesn't want, because He wants to deprive you.
No,
never.
He's protecting
That's
you.
not in His character to His children.
You. Yeah.
If He says no, if He doesn't give you something, it's because it's not good for you.
Yeah.
He's either going to give you something better or something more or something bigger, but it's going to be when it's supposed to be, and it's going to be up to Him.
His way.
And we're a prime example of that with our children and our grandchildren.
Yeah.
Whatever they want.
That's right. I want to give them anything I can.
When they want something,
but
I'm on Amazon trying to find it.
But if they ask me for, but if my 8-year-old granddaughter asks me for a loaded gun, I'm not going to give it to her, right? Because I know that's bad for her. Right. That's going to hurt her. If my 8-year-old granddaughter asks me for something that I know is going to harm her, then I'm not going to give it to her. I'm going to say, no, that's bad for you. Right. That's what God does with us. Yeah. And the thing is we think we know more than God does. We think we know what's better for us than what God does, and it's hard because I do it all the time, man. I want what I want, I have my desires and my wants and all that stuff, and it comes back down to it. And I think this verse or this instruction about this, I think it fits so many things, because I think it fits when you're having when you're having moments of things you shouldn't be thinking about, when you're having moments of desire, whatever. That sounds goofy, but you know what I mean. Moments of sinful thoughts. But I also think it counts for when you're feeling, deprived, or when you're feeling, sorry for yourself, because you lose gratitude. So I think that's one of those things where when he told us take every thought you have to take captive. Does that mean that? So
to be consciously aware.
Be consciously aware of what your mind's telling your the rest of you. Yeah.
Well, and we talk about it. We've preached it. Not all the thoughts we have in our mind are our own. A lot of them are the good things from God, and then the enemy, and then our free will and what we, our own selfish, lustful desires. But how many times have you, in anger, said something and you're like, I can't believe I said that. Or you had a thought and you're like, I can't believe I thought that. Because the enemy's testing. The enemy's out there testing, seeing how you're going to react.
He don't know what you
response. Think. Yeah.
That lustful desire too is not the just common lust.
No,
we lust everything.
Yeah,
food.
Yeah,
it's like
big houses, jewelry.
Gluttony.
Whatever. Whatever
the thing
is
what
like.
it is.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Yeah, it is
Excess.
Idolatry.
Yeah. Idol worship.
Yeah, we make idols out of a lot of things. And the biggest thing is probably that we make idols out of is finances and relationships. If you ask me, you know what I mean? Those are the two things we make idols out of. How many people do you know that throw everything away over those two things, or or one of the two?
People pleasing.
Yeah, well,
that too.
Like you said, man, that young guy that's so lonely or whatever. Loneliness is awful,
horrible.
And that's what
I feel so.
Yeah, and what's happening though is the enemy knows he feels that way, and he's amplifying it.
100%.
But if it's so good, he just doesn't realize that if you wait
upon the Lord,
whatever it's going to be, it's going to be so good. If he goes out, this is why if he goes out on his own and starts saying, "Well, I'm just going to do it myself," and that don't mean you don't. I'm not saying wait there and God's going to send somebody like magic.
You got to get out.
You got to get out.
Yeah.
But you got to listen to what God's telling you about that.
Yeah. We can't answer that question for him either.
No, and I told him, I said, I wish I had all the answers for you, but I don't. I just have my life experiences.
We can't say what God's going to do because none of us know. We can't be like, well, you really should be focusing less on the job and more on God, or you should, there's so many different ways you could answer that question for him. but it's God's will. So you just
Yeah,
gotta be
whatever's
faithful.
God. Yeah, God. God's got His steps ordered, right?
Yep.
And that's what's going to happen.
I'm praying, Lord, send him someone.
Nobody can thwart the plans of God.
No.
When it comes down to it, like that's the thing about
You
it.
know,
Like,
when you're a young man in your 20s like that, he's older than Trevor and Travis, so he's like 27 now. Anyways, it's sad. It's sad to be lonely. It really is when
Yeah,
you want
man.
the companionship of a woman, and you just want to have a friend and someone to talk to. And
Let
share
me
your
give you
life
some
with.
advice, young man. One of these days, you're going to get one, and you're going to look back. You're going to look back and say, "What
miss my
What
freedom."
was I thinking?"
I was going to say that green grass is greener thing.
Oh no, man!
Not always.
Oh no!
Oh man, I'm happy.
Like, I do what I want when I
Oh,
want.
for sure, yeah. I mean, all of us in here,
Yeah, we're all happy.
Yeah.
all of our marriages combined, like 200
Remember
years
that,
or something like
remember
that.
that remember Haywood Banks from back in the day, man? The guy that would sing that song.
Dad made up most
Like,
of that number.
When he would sing, "Who wears the pants in my family? You do, dear."
Oh, you know what I say to people? I say the only time I'll look at a husband and wife, I'll look at him and I'll go, the only time a guy is in control is when the woman lets him think he's in control.
Huh? I would have probably agree. I don't know, man.
No, some guys can be bulls, man.
Yeah.
But
I'm a pretty much
a lot of times though, man, and I say that to get a laugh out of them too. And the wife's like, she'll always shake her head. Yeah, that's right. He knows.
It's easier to get along with them than it is to fight with them.
100%. 100%.
I've been married. I'll be married 59 years in March.
Yeah.
I've been married that long before I knew what to do.
Yep. I think we're all 25s.
They don't fight fair. Yeah, I've been married 25. He's not. He's only been married
I've been
22
married
or
since-
23.
Coming up on 23.
Yeah.
Yep. Coming up on 26. So
Jimmy and Sarah, their anniversary just now was their 28th already.
yeah, they're ahead of us.
20 yeah, they got married young. Yep.
That was
thought
what,
Jimmy got married
96?
after you.
You get a mic.
I thought Jimmy got married after
He
you.
got married way before me.
So that
He's
really,
been with Sarah since they were 14.
Yeah, I know that.
I think 14.
but she was like 20 then. She's
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. He was probably 19.
Chad's
and she was
trying to
probably
think
20.
do the math. I'm just kidding. She
no,
wasn't.
she's a year older than him.
Yeah, but she's older.
She's
than
not
all
a
of us.
year older than us. She turns the next age before us.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Was she a grade older than you guys though?
No.
She wasn't.
They were a grade older than me, but that's just because I did things my own special way.
Because you graduated 94.
Yeah, but I should
They
have
were
graduated
93?
93.
Well, I knew that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, they graduated 93. All of them did.
okay.
Yeah, Sarah.
Was Jimmy there when
Jimmy,
was I a senior when did Jimmy came to
no.
Harrison, didn't he?
Yep, but you were already gone.
Was already gone.
Jimmy came to Harrison.
Your sophomore. year.
My junior year. He was a senior. I was a junior.
Okay.
Yep.
Sarah was there when I was there.
Sarah was only there for that 1 year when he came. They both went to ECS and Memorial, and then
She wasn't there when I was a.
I know
Okay.
she's so
I guess
old
not.
it makes you think that.
that's what it is.
I'm never gonna let it go.
Because you were a freshman when I was a senior.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
Jimmy come over there after he went to ECS closed high school.
Yeah, they quit having high school.
He went to Memorial, hated it,
I remember that.
and then he came to Harrison. He loved Harrison his senior year.
Okay.
He said, "I wish I'd went there all my." I think he said he wished he would have went there the whole time. He liked it.
Yeah.
Compared to
Well, and you were there
compared,
too.
yeah, compared to Memorial and ECS anyway. But I'm glad that I think ECS is different now. ECS then was awful. It was so small and so disconnected. And
Now they've I would like to see them turn the high school into the middle school and build a new high school. That's what they want to do. That'd be cool. They looked at the property down the road.
My only thing is if they're gonna do that, they should have did it, man. You got to use money good, and that's it might be okay, but I just know my only thing about going over there every time when I would go with Sam is it was always, hey, we need you to get. It was constant. I felt beat up. They would send you home with documents saying this is why you need to give to this and all that. I was like, man, I ain't got it.
Yeah. I don't feel they do that as much. But I don't feel they do that as much because they did when the girls were younger in grade school. We were getting them all the time when they were trying to build the new elementary.
It's when they were building the elementary and the high school.
Yeah. We were always getting
Yeah.
asked for money.
Yeah. But it's not just them, by the way.
No,
That's
it's everybody.
Man, the Catholic Church. So Laura went to, Laura grew up Catholic, and when I first met her, and we would stay together a lot. she would get once in the monthly, she would get an envelope from them saying, hey, this is what you owe. And she'd be like, oh man, I owe the church that. I was like, no, you don't. I was like, you're not paying that. That's crazy. Them telling you what you're going to pay. Like, that's ridiculous.
I remember when my buddy was dying and they were like, why aren't you paying? Because
awful.
I'm dying and you haven't even checked on me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, dude.
Well, it's been good. It's been fun. We went everywhere. I'm sorry that
we
Pastor Chad drags us into useless conversations.
Oh.
No, I'm just playing.
We went around the world.
We went around the world. But here's the thing. We're thankful to be here. And we're thankful
If you
for
want to know about your pastors, just listen.
Yeah,
we
that's
tell you
true.
everything, man. We just,
get real, but, you know.
Yeah.
We'll-
If you want to know what we're like,
We'll come up. Here's the thing, though.
Watch us.
Before we get out of here, don't forget, look right here. Click subscribe to the channel. We want you to subscribe to the church channels that, you know, we'll post videos on there about what's going on. It's not just the podcast. We also have our services that live stream on this channel. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video. That'll help us get out there in the algorithm and get the gospel to more people. We may have some goofy conversations sometimes, but when it comes down to it, we will always bring it back around to Jesus because it is all about him all the time, and he is always good. So I'm going to say my goodbyes. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Won't you guys say goodbye? And
God bless you.
and we'll be out of here.
Hope to see you on Sunday.
Hope to see you on Sunday. Be looking forward to meeting you. Come be with us.
Later. Good show. I wish they could all see how Dad dances when this is happening right here.
Can you video him, Rick?
No, that's okay.